Don't yell, Jim and Patrick.
Don't yell?
First
Don't
time,
yell.
Just say,
hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jim and Patrick Show. I'm Patrick, he's Jim, and I'm whispering.
Finally, I got him to shut the hell up.
He did, I don't know how.
Anyway, now let's get back to normal volume. So, Jim, what are we talking about today?
Cause and effect.
Cause and
Let's
effect
talk about cause
in
and
life.
effect.
You want to start? We'll let you start for once.
Well, geez, thank you.
You're welcome. We were just having a conversation off camera about cause and effect, so we'll start with that.
We were talking about bullying, and we were talking about the situation with domestic violence and the what's going on in the world, and the cause and effect of it all, you know, and why it occurs, and
basically everything that happens, everything that you do as a person, good or bad, has an effect on the people around you, the situations that surround you, and it has an effect on people's lives. And we were, just talking about that you really gotta watch and be mindful of how you treat people, how you treat those closest to you, because I know some people who the only people they mistreat is their own family and their own loved ones.
True.
To people outside of their immediate circle, they're fantastic. They seem great. They're real nice. They're polite. Yes, sir. No, sir. They wouldn't harm a fly. And then they get into their own house, and inexplicably, the
rules change.
Yes, that's a perfect way to put it.
The rules change.
And
why?
I don't get that.
You know, they'll cater to strangers and their wants, needs, and desires before they'll cater to the people that their relatives
that love them,
and their loved ones, and
come on, son. Like, do you even realize how little sense that makes? But that's what a lot of people. I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm saying I know many people that are like that.
Why is that happening nowadays? Why are we at each other's throats? Is it the economy? Is it the what's going on in the world? Why are we? You can walk into a party or someone's house, and you can make or break the environment by your attitude and
very true.
What you're about. If you're angry, if you're sad, if you're depressed, it's sort of the cause is whatever the cause is that you're that way, and the effect is it destroys the levity of the party or whatever you're participating in.
And that's just a very obvious example and a very stark example of the cause and effect. That, like you're saying, if there's a party going on and then two people start to fight, it ruins everybody else's mood in the whole place. Nobody else really wants to, everybody was just having fun, and now you just feel like you got this negative situation that sucks all the energy from the room and from the event into it, and it ruins the situation. And that's just a very stark example. Usually it's much more subtle,
I think that everybody's afraid. We now have
fear is a big motivator in this world, and that's a bad motivator.
We have the economy that's gone down. There used to be a middle class, and now there's just one class, and in the upper class that doesn't have to worry about a damn thing. And everybody's afraid and trying to survive and trying to breathe and taking every day.
People react differently to the uncertainty of the world we live in. Some react out of fear and react with anger out of fear, and they mistreat those around them because they're so fearful and angry, and they don't want people to see that they're scared, so they act out in anger and figure if I'm just blithering with anger at all times, no one will figure out that I'm actually scared, which is the wrong way to react, of course. Which is, and a lot of people, I think that's what it is for a lot of people.
Many a times, the people that surround me, and in reference to the loved ones around me, they do exactly what you mentioned before. They'll turn around, and no matter what a stranger says to them, oh, how great thou art. But when the people that they care about, or their children or anything else, they're intolerant.
Seen it many times,
oh,
and
yeah,
that's so sad to see.
So
Such
what's
a
up
mess.
with that?
Yeah, it's you know what?
You're the young generation. I'm the older generation. How do we repair this, and what do we do?
I mean, the way I look at life, everything starts with you, and it sounds corny and hokey, but you one family at a time. You got to fix your situation. You need to make sure you, as a person, don't do the bad things that we're saying in this video. That you got to make sure that you act properly, react to negative situations that come your way properly, and try and spread that out from yourself to your children, to the rest of your family, to your coworker. If you're a manager at a place where you work, you know, if you react properly, the people that you work with will learn your habits. They'll learn your habits, good and bad. If you're a boss, they'll learn from a bad boss or a good boss.
I go out of my way.
And so you just need to make sure you're right, give that out to others, and let it go from there.
All the aggression and all the assault and everything I dealt with in law enforcement nowadays, especially being with acting and all that other kind of stuff. To give you an example, I go out in a restaurant, and when a waiter or a waitress comes over, I try to make them feel special.
Yeah, right.
Boy, you look nice today, or
right.
How you doing?
Right.
And usually 9 times out of 10, they really start having a good time because you're not treating them as a number. You're treating them as a human being, and you're caring about that they're there serving you and things like that. Why is it so hard to be nice to people?
You know,
why is it so hard anymore?
There's a kind of a parable here. If you ever look at an ant farm, you know, and you see the ants and they're running around and they run over each other and they'll bump into each other and then keep going. And it's easy. There's a tendency in our world to become like that as people. I was just in New York City the other day on some music business, and with, you know, millions of people walking through Times Square, you know, people bump into each other or whatever, and you just keep going. And it's easy to fall into the trap of becoming like an ant farm, where we're all just kind of living life like drones, just with no personality. Everything is, you go to work, you go home, you make your dinner, you eat your dinner, you go to sleep, and you just, it's rinse and repeat, instead of actually like living life more vibrantly, and like you're saying, you know, taking the time to interact with people and really get to know them and really care about people. And that's the tendency. Life is busy. I for one know how life can be super busy. You know, I do acting. I have like 50 artists that I work with and manage. You know, right now I have 7 events that I'm putting together, you know, for the last quarter of the year. I mean, you're so busy, and it's easy to forget that there's other people around you, and that it's easy to forget to live life to the fullest, because you have so much to do, so many marks to hit, that's all you're doing. You're just hitting marks of time. You're going, okay, by Thursday I need to have this done, Friday, and you forget to be a person and to have a pleasant demeanor and to show a good personality to the world and to interact positively with even your closest people that are around you, even your family and friends that you love, let alone strangers that you meet.
You know, when I was growing up, I was taught by my parents to respect people. Respect people who deserve to be respected. Respect age, respect wisdom.
Right.
And what bothers me nowadays is, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of young people nowadays that do have that respect for
of course.
elders and all that.
There
I'm going to tell you something, more so than not, there's a lot that doesn't.
Increasingly, it seems to be, lack of respect seems to be permeating the younger generation.
The younger generation thinks that they have the answers for everything, just as we did, just as I did.
Everybody, I'm still in that group, but everybody, that always is the case through all of history.
I always listen to education and to wisdom and try to learn about everything.
Correct.
It just seems that it's lost.
It is.
Respect people, places, and things. You know, I was also born with, or taught by my parents, that, you know what, you come second. When somebody has a problem,
yes,
go give them a hug, go care for them, find out what their problem is, and you can. But now it seems like it's a me society that everybody expects everything to be handled.
In my family, and with I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. And I was going to amplify that with saying when I was growing up with my family being a church-going family, we always went with the JOY. Jesus, others, yourself. You always put yourself last. You know, in the way that I believe, you serve God first, you serve others second, and you worry about yourself last.
And it's something's broken.
And that's lost in society. That nobody puts themselves last anymore. Everybody puts themselves, exalts themselves above everything. Me society. It's a me society, and it's sad. And it makes it a worse place, which is what people think that they're going out, I'm going to go get for myself so that I'm happy. But in so doing, it makes the world a worse place. A less fun and enjoyable place to be. So, in clenching your fist so tight, everything's slipping through your fingers, and it makes the world worse. It doesn't better your situation. But they don't see that.
You know, a good, perfect example of this, and I ask you, you know, this is sort of unique. A relationship in an acting situation with somebody that's young, with somebody that's my age. And it's never been questioned. He never questioned me or never said anything. Hey, I don't want to do this with you because you're just over the hill or anything like that.
Never even.
And I never said to him,
exactly.
Look, you're just a young punk. That,
open-mindedness.
Why do I? Here we are working as a team, and I think that it's working out very wonderfully.
I agree.
Because I respect his youth. I hope that he respects my wisdom and where I've been in my life. And we become, we mold together and we become a team.
Right.
And we care about each other. Now, since I met Patrick and his wonderful girlfriend, if they ever needed anything in life or they were down and out, I would help them.
Right. You know, and that's the way people should be and they used to be, but it's increasingly less of that, which is sad.
Very
sad. It is. It's a shame, and that's the world we live in. And, you know, again, the way to change it, the way to fix it is person by person. Everybody's got to decide to make the change themselves.
Love.
Yes,
that's the key.
It sounds corny, but it's true.
Death.
Love conquers all.
Love.
You gotta just love people and
there's nothing more
love the world and give out love, and it'll come back to you.
Love.
And, you know, so anyway, please give us your feedback at the Jim and Patrick Show at gmail.com. We appreciate your feedback. We want to hear what you have to say. If you have any, Lord knows we're open to ideas on how we can get this planet of ours fixed. So.
And I would like to thank each and every one of you that thinks that we're important enough maybe to visit the Jim and Patrick Show.
Yes, thank you. It means a lot to us.
It means a lot.
Definitely does.
I go on there and I look and see how many views. And, of course, Alex has taken command of it. He has more views than any of ours.
Oh, of course he does. It's because he's better looking than us. He's cuter than we are.
Whoa. Don't get carried away. Better look.
I realize he gets his looks from you.
Yeah.
But, you know, you know, we thank Alex for all the views he's gotten for us. So, thank you again.
Thank you.
Until next time, I'm Patrick.
Give us ideas.
And that's
Jim.
Jim.
I'm Jim Edline.
That is Jim Edline. See you next time.